So g'day and welcome back to Guma, these coins and banknotes, and today we have a new banknote that I just purchased. So this is a Dutch banknote and it's a 100 Gulden, and it'll be one of the more expensive banknotes that you will purchase if you collect Dutch banknotes. Dutch banknotes are actually quite expensive and they're pretty different from banknotes from other places around the world. So here we have a finish, and that's Egyptian banknotes. So those ones would be pretty common and pretty inexpensive, just a few dollars each. But these ones here, the Dutch Gulden, had an exchange rate with the Australian dollar about 1.3. So 100 Gulden is equivalent to about 67. No, not 67. $77. So this is going to be one of the more expensive banknotes to collect, because when they were demonetized in 2002, when they introduced the euro, it was a high value banknote in the first place. So high value banknotes, if they haven't suffered hyperinflation and they're withdrawn and there's not too many in circulation, continue to stay high valued. So but we don't see that with the 1000 mark from 1910, because that suffered hyperinflation. That's why that's a pretty common cheap banknote. Okay, so this one is the Snipe, and that's the name of the genus of bird, and the genus is Gallinago. I'll have a look at that in a minute. And they have two species of snipe on this page. We have the great snipe, so that's what it's called in English. In Dutch it is called the pool snipe, so pool snipe. And in the background we have, it looks like they're probably poppy flowers, so that's actually quite nice. And we have the engraver. So no, this is just various information. So that's who the Dutch National Bank, that's a copyright. That's the actual printer, serial numbers. So with the serial numbers, the first four numbers are supposed to be the series. So this is series 8509, and the next five are the banknote numbers, and the last one is supposed to be an identifier. So probably a time or place, or probably when it was printed. So this is identifier 1. So I'm not too sure about that information. If anyone has more information than that, please let me know. Then we have these two features, which you got a bullseye to shoot the actual snipe. Probably, I don't know, is that a drum? Another bullseye from a spacecraft, I don't know. Anyway, these are security features that's supposed to match up on both sides. On this side we have the what is it? The common snipe, but in Dutch it's called the water snipe. So, and you look at the beak on both of these animals. This one is a lot smaller, shorter. This one is longer. Probably a slightly different type of habitat in which its food is actually a lot lower down in mud or silt. And this one picks it more on higher elevation, so probably different type of food. Anyway, they both live in the continental Europe, but the genus is found all over the world. We do have them in Australia. Okay, the watermark is the great snipe? Looks like the pool snipe. Anyway, that's the watermark. It's a bird as well. And this was a banknote dated 28th of July 1977, but it was issued up until 1992, when they were taken over by another series of banknotes, which was the last one. Now whether they were withdrawn from circulation, I'm not too sure, but like in Australia. So basically the older $100 notes which were replaced in 2020, so 5 years ago, these are still pretty common. So obviously they're not making an effort to withdraw these banknotes because of the low counterfeiting numbers that they've actually found. So just these banknotes be used in circulation, although, see this one's 1996, it's still pretty much uncirculated condition. Another place that does that is Hong Kong. So I don't really find these banknotes in circulation, but in Hong Kong, at any one time period, you got 2 series of banknotes in circulation. So now, currently, you can find 2010 and 2018 series banknotes, but about 5 years ago, you'll be finding like the 2003 to the only 2010 banknotes. So I wouldn't surprise me if anyone's been in the Netherlands in after 1992, 2000, they would have got these at an exchange or even a bank. Being a high value banknote, you probably this was the highest that you would have used in circulation. And so here we have the information on Numista. So demonetised when they introduced the euro. You got information, brown standard circulation note, blah blah blah, and you got some catalogue references. You got information. So Mr. Utier Oxena, he was it's got his as engraver, so he probably had some hand in the actual design itself. Okay, you got information about birds. You can look up the information about the actual species. So here we have the Wikipedia page, and here we have more information about the designer. Obviously, designer engraver. Obviously, he done the banknotes up until the last series. Actually, no, second last series. So that's the second last series there. They issued the 250 and 50 Gulden. This one's pretty expensive, $500. Then you've got the 1,000 Gulden. Yeah, you'll be paying at least $2,000 to $3,000 for one of those. So this series, the 5 and the 10 are the easiest to get. 25, you'll be paying about $25-30. The rest are a bit expensive. Now the only banknotes that's worth probably buying is this one for 69 Australian dollars. It's in slightly better condition than mine, but as you can see, it is in circulated. And if you go down below, you can see here's information about the serial numbers, and there was 678 million printed, so that's quite a high number. So I'm not surprised with a frozen date on it, issued for about 15 years, that it has a high number. And here we have some for sale. Here are some uncirculated from Cat's auctions, so it gives the price that they sold for. And what I noticed here is that 2004, 2003, so they're reaching 2023, not 2003, 23, getting roughly about 300 Australian dollars. In 24, they decreased from about 250 to 300. And then the prices collapsed in 2025, so you're struggling to reach $110, $130. So I'm not too sure what's going on there. Although the world economy has decreased and the flow of free money has dried up. So this is probably all because of the COVID incentives, I would say, when people had extra money. So you can see pretty much, and all that money's disappeared now. Okay, so